Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Tempo.
On first down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. Second down. On second down, here's Henry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. 14, on it. Let's go, 14. Tempo.
On third down, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over.
Leopard!
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Leopard!
He'll drop to throw. He completes it right side to White. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. Gotta go.
Now Wilson on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
14.
To throw on third down, Wilson. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon on for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll look to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
We keep talking about the impact that hybrid players have had on the NFL, those guys who can do multiple things. I think Cam Chancellor fits that perfectly. Is he a safety? Is he a linebacker? No, he's a football player.
And they love him in Seattle. He's been there ever since he came in the league in 2010.
Now let's go!
They're going to look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's go. Tempo.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They go play action with Wilson. Now he's flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw here. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Gotta go. Check 50, check 50.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Run it. Tempo. Four down. Check. Four down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Throwing is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Wilson. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Running with Howard. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, he'll drop the throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hurry up, here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. This is Cohen on the toss. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go with Cunningham. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Leopard!
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Lynch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Gotta go. Front left, front left. 19. 14. Hey, over here. Set 50.
He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He dumps it off for Henry, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
They'll set up to throw. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They give him a gain of 38. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before. We've seen guys maybe hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. Cunningham. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Parkey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We thought that.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your